Westminster is awash with rumours tonight of a possible challenge to Sir Keir Starmer's leadership. Robert's sources have been telling him that plotters are out to get the Prime Minister and his Chancellor Rachel Reeves. So strong are the rumours that the Health Secretary Wes Streeting's spokesperson has put out a statement saying any claims that he's involved are completely untrue. In the life of a Prime Minister, and in particularly a Chancellor, there's never a good time for such rumours, but 2 weeks before a budget is worse than most because of the potential impact, of course, on the bond prices and on the cost of government borrowing. Well, Robert is here with me as this story develops tonight. Robert, take us through what you have learned and why on earth this is all emerging at such breakneck speed this evening.
So I think I've got to slightly clarify what the position is. I mean, look, Keir Starmer, not a very popular Prime Minister. We've got a budget coming out that most people know is going to put up taxes to a very large extent and, again, may well prove to be pretty unpopular. And then we've got what many regard as the make-or-break moment for Keir Starmer personally, which is the May elections, which right now look as though they're going to go very badly for Labour. So when I've been talking to Labour MPs in recent weeks, they all say the moment of truth for Keir Starmer, whether he can survive, will be after May. Now, these briefings that he's under threat and will vow to fight on, they don't come from the plotters, they come from Downing Street, they come from allies of the Prime Minister. And it is all pretty mind-boggling. And, you know, what they're trying to get out there, and, you know, in a minute or two we'll get on to the significance of this, but what they're trying to get out there is that if there's a challenge, and they focus on the Health Secretary Wes Streeting, so talk of Shabana Mahmood, the Home Secretary, having leadership ambitions. What they're saying is if Mr Streeting, for example, launches a coup of some sort, gets the 80 names to challenge, support of 80 MPs to challenge the Prime Minister will fight. He won't go quietly. He will, you know, attempt to cling on and resist such a coup. Now, the reason this has now become sort of official madness is, you know, a story that wasn't doing the rounds has now prompted the Health Secretary to put out a statement through his spokesman categorically denying that he is working on trying to replace Keir Starmer and that he's just trying to fix the health service. I mean, this is madness.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
if there's one other point I think I do need to make about all of this before we move on, it is this, right? The big reason that Keir Starmer's allies are saying that they want to face down a coup is because they argue that government borrowing costs will soar if he's pushed out and if the Chancellor is pushed out, right? And the reason, as somebody who's been steeped in these things for decades, I regard what's going on as total madness, right, is that they are themselves creating the climate that, you know, essentially Starmer's going to be pushed out. And I will bet, you know, pretty much my last 5p that tomorrow morning gilt prices will fall and the borrowing costs for the government will go up. And, you know, precisely the opposite of what they would want to achieve before a budget, higher borrowing costs, is what we may well see tomorrow.